Hey everybody, welcome to Ticket Stubs and Popcorn. I'm Peter.
And I'm Frank.
Alrighty. Today, our featured actor is Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Oh wow, she's been around forever. Fun kid.
Yeah,
Fun kid.
And you know what?
So,
because she did have such an early start, she has been around
got
forever.
a lot of stuff to talk about. All right, before we do that, let me throw something at you.
Okay.
So this is kind of a reverse. It's reversed from the way this conversation usually goes. Usually you hear about, oh, what animated movie would you like to see live action?
Yeah,
well,
we actually
other way
did
around.
that.
Yeah, I think actually we did talk about that at one point.
Yeah, one time we did that, I think.
What live action movie would you like to see done animated? So
okay.
stew on that for a little bit. I'm going to start talking about Drew Barrymore.
I will stew while you talk.
You guys are going to click subscribe, and you're going to go. You're going to go to the Facebook group. You're going to follow us on Instagram and all that good stuff. So,
yes.
All right, Drew Barrymore.
I will stew while you drew.
Oh, that was awful.
Bad,
God, the dad jokes are.
I know.
It's not good. So, I think. One of my favorite Drew Barrymores has got to be in the Charlie's Angels movies, but not the first Charlie's Angels movie, the second one, because I think the second one, as a group, and the movie was just a lot more fun than the first one. I think the first one was taking itself too seriously, believe it or not. But the second one. And I thought was a lot more fun. She got to be a lot more fun. I like seeing her as an action star, if you could call it that. Yeah.
I think so.
I thought it was a fun little movie. I liked how they changed up the Bosleys. I thought that was a funny little thing. But I thought that her action hero, her action star cred got a couple of bumps in that movie. It was really good. It was a really fun kind of action comedy, if we could consider that a genre. It was just really funny. Little things, just I don't know, little like the first big fight in that movie where they're in like the bar in Tibet or something like that.
Yeah.
They all just they all get into their little Charlie's Angels stance,
pose,
and then there's Drew Barrymore who just does like that little, and it's just little crap like that throughout the whole movie.
Little crap.
That little funny stuff that is like a little wink to the audience that just goes, you know what? Look, the source material is ridiculous to begin with. The last movie was kind of fun, but this one, we're just gonna have a really good time. And I love her in that.
Very good.
A lot of fun. Yeah. So that's my first Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
I did want to mention Wedding Singer. In all of the little romantic comedies that she did, Boys on the Side, like all of that stuff, I think that this is her best one. She's funny, she's cute, she gets to be a little emotionally vulnerable. You know, she gets to do a lot of stuff in there, and she's just like a nice person in that. And I think it works well. I think it pulls out some really good stuff from Adam Sandler. I think that Adam Sandler rests on a lot of kind of on his laurels a lot, and his laurels unfortunately are made out of like whoopee cushions, because he's always just going for the fart joke when he could do so much more. But that's a whole other show.
I know.
But Drew Barrymore, I think that she's sort of at the peak of her, sweet little Drew kind of thing, and I think it really works. It really helps the movie along, and you could see why that character could be, a love interest. She's just kind of adorable.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
So, my third would be in E.T. I thought for such a young kid in this role, and I had forgotten how much like little Gertie has to do in this movie, and how much she really does interact. I really, I had just sort of forgotten that. And full disclosure, we watched this movie again recently, and it was his first time seeing.
I'm going to talk about
I'm sure
that.
he's got some stuff to say about that. But it really holds up, and she's just a great little child actor in this. She's great. There's one line when Elliot tells her that only kids can see E.T.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Give me a break." Like, from what I read, that was an ad-libbed line that Spielberg decided to keep in. It was just cute and funny. It just showed a lot of I don't know, brio. I think for such a young actor, and I think she does a fantastic job, because she has to, not just be the annoying little sister, but she emotes. She acts the hell out of that movie.
Yeah.
And and I just, that is one of my favorite Drew Barrymore performances.
Good.
Yeah, she's great. She's a good kid actor. So a little bit more terrifying in Firestarter, but that's what happens to Gertie later.
Yeah, later on. Yeah.
After she's had tons of therapy from
after she's been traumatized by the ET
thing. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So Quick and Dirty. Those are my quick little Drew Barrymore ones. So
good. Like and subscribe. Just a quick little
before
reminder.
he goes on. So
and please check out the Instagram, Facebook.
All that's
you got it. Okay, as Frank alluded to, and it was a question, actually. We posed a question at the end of,
I don't even remember who it was.
I don't remember either. One of our episodes, but anyway, the question was: is there a movie out there that you're supposed to have seen, you should have seen, you want to go see, but you haven't seen?
You just never got around to it. So
it wasn't like you're dragging your feet. It wasn't that you're avoiding it. It just haven't gotten around to it. Well, my answer was, for whichever episode it was, my answer was E.T. I
just never
got around to seeing E.T. So, partly to fulfill that wish to see the movie, and also to do research for this episode, I saw E.T.
He was crying like a baby at the end of it. Turn on your heart light. He was crying. It was hilarious.
Oh, it was terrible. I was a mess. No. So we saw that one. Thoroughly enjoyed it. There were, in some ways, because it's been part of the pop culture scene,
like almost 40 years now.
And so there's a lot that I figured out long before I saw the movie, but there were definitely things, little nuances and stuff. So one of my 3 Drew Barrymore movies is E.T. And one of those things, which I never would have picked up unless I saw the movie, was how important, or maybe I should say how unimportant adults were in that movie, and how important the children are in the movie, the child actors who are in the movie. And she is the youngest one of that group, and just pulls it off professionally, as if she were just a short adult, like a smaller sized adult almost.
Yeah.
But, the cute, adorable face.
And you're dying when the girls are crying.
And this, and when she first sees him, that high-pitched scream. But it's not, it just all seems so natural. She's able to, just act and be perfect at it, make it believable. And so I found all the kids to be very good in their interactions with E.T., who is obviously, a puppet or remotely controlled, so.
I think at some points there's a little person in there.
Oh, is
at
there?
At some points, yeah.
Okay.
I think I read that somewhere.
All right.
After we watched it, I kind of went and read it.
But
yeah, I think there's a dude in there.
She came across as just so professional. Like
Yeah.
you just, it's like,
Yeah, she
wow.
sold it. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And so, and it's not just a nice movie with a heart. It definitely holds up.
No.
And I know we can get, whether it's your age or whether it's the time period where we're watching or how much time has gone by, you can get cynical. But that movie held up.
Yeah.
That movie really does. Like I said, I watched it the first time. Maybe it would have hit me a little differently X amount of years ago, but I enjoyed it, and I loved Drew's performance in it. So that was very good. So that's on my list.
All right. What's
So
next?
and it's not just that I've checked it off. It's like now it has a little place there. So that was E.T., another movie of mine that I like. You picked Wedding Singer,
Mhm.
and out of those romantic comedies, and she's got a few. My favorite, which is this is going to be my second pick, is Never Been Kissed. I really love that movie.
Okay.
It
is cute. Yeah.
And it's got that formula which can work because I'm not gonna say it's more comedy than romantic comedy or vice versa. I think the comedy works. It's a great idea. And Never Been Kissed. Drew plays a copy editor for like a Chicago newspaper, and they come up with a proposal to do like an undercover high school expose thing, and so she's the one who's going to go back, but then it starts to peel away some years, obviously, but it's peeling away some feelings and memories that she had in high school.
Yeah.
She was not the most popular person in high school. As a matter of fact, her high school memories are not pleasant.
Well, high school is a 4-year root canal.
So she gets a chance to like almost have a do-over in a way, at least for one semester, 1 year, or whatever.
She starts macking on the teacher.
And so that's what happens. She
look.
starts she's attracted to the teacher's attracted to her, and then there's which adds to, which is the romantic part of the romantic comedy.
Hilarity.
And I just like it. And actually David Arquette, who plays her brother, for some reason he goes back to high school just to help her out. And it's which is a little okay. Yeah. Well, now it's getting a little weird, but it was still fun. I just like that. I like that movie.
Yeah,
I like that performance.
Yeah, she does a nice job in that.
She's cute. She's innocent in the sense that
awkward as hell.
She's going back to school, so she's going to have a do-over. So she's awkward. She's at the beginning when you see her in the work part of her life at the thing, she may be a little more uptight, because she's used to correcting people's, the grammar, the spelling, this and that one, because she's a copy editor. But she's just lovable. The people at work love her. There's John C. Reilly. I think I want to say Octavia Spencer's in this movie, a younger one, and she's one of her co-workers. And then Gary Marshall is her boss, the editor-in-chief paper, and it's not. I just like it.
Yeah, it's a cute little movie.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that one. That one is my favorite of her, romantic comedies. So that was the second one, and my third pick would be Everyone Says I Love You, and she gets
It's not the one where everybody sings.
Everybody in this movie
I vaguely remember this
has a
movie.
chance to sing, and it's a good thing in the sense that it's not the way it's supposed to be produced. It's just everybody's normal, but everybody's got a song in their heart, if you will. But it's a musical, and so there is some, opportunities for cast members to sing. Some people sing a little better than others in this movie.
How was her singing?
I gotta be honest, she
Not
may have been
great.
the worst
Yeah.
of them all. But that's the only thing. But the thing is, it's part of the movie that it's not. It's just everybody sings. They aren't gonna have Marnie Nixon come in and do your voiceover or something. So it's the way it goes. And she's young. She's recently engaged, or very recently engaged. We see it happen. Into the Edward Norton character, and then but then she's young and excited, and you're not sure if she's normally this way or is she just extra excited because now she's engaged.
Yeah.
But she does a few things a little, and she gets fickle, and then she doesn't want to marry Edward Norton, even though it definitely seems like they're made for each other and they're in love. And then she's interested in the recently paroled prisoner who's played by Tim Roth.
Yeah.
And and so there's who actually can sing too. He sings. He's fine. So I love that performance. It's a good movie. I like the movie, but I love. There's a lot of people in there. A lot of good performances in there. Goldie Hawn and Alan Alda, a young Natalie Portman. Gabby Hoffman. There's a lot. There's a few people,
but not Abby Hoffman.
Not Abby. Gabby Hoffman's in it. Abby Hoffman, no.
Not so much.
He's moved on to greener pastures, we'll say.
Let's say. All right.
So, those are my three.
Cool. All right, good. So, well, you guys are liking and subscribing and all that stuff. I'm going to recap.
Yeah,
yours were Everyone Says I Love You, E.T., and Oh My God. Don't tell me. I got it. I was listening. I was paying attention. It's Never Been Kissed.
Yes.
I had to run through.
I know it. Yours were you did E.T.
Yeah.
Wedding Singer, and we'll say the second Charlie's
Second
Angels
Charlie,
was what I thought you were leaning more to that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. So cool.
So
question.
Yeah, you asked the question.
I did.
I think the natural inclination is to go the other way sometimes, right? You see a movie, wouldn't it,
So live action
like an
movie that
animation,
you
you wanna
would
go-
like to see animated.
Okay, this one, you have to understand my thinking, which no one ever understands my thinking, but I'm going back in time a little bit. So now if I were to see, say, a current movie, there's things like, CGI, there's other stuff. So you can so things can almost get animated in a slightly different way.
Yeah, but to say,
animating.
the Star Wars movie right now is mostly CGI, but you know what I mean, animated,
No.
cartoon looking.
I know what you mean.
Okay.
So when I was younger, there was a movie that was made, and because of my age, I really wanted to see the movie, and I liked it because it had animals in it, and this sort of thing. But
was it Zebra in the Kitchen?
No, it wasn't Zebra in the Kitchen. But to be honest, it really wasn't that great of a movie. And I would think about this movie because it was one of my earlier movies that I saw, and I kept thinking, well, why didn't that movie work? And you get a little older, you start thinking more in terms of movies. You start watching and you go, no, why didn't that movie work? And I often thought, if they animated, I think it would have been better. The movie is it's Dr. Doodle.
I knew you were going to
It
say
was
that.
19. It was like 60.
Yeah.
The end of 67, beginning of 68. That's when we ended up seeing it. I remember it was like the beginning of 1968. But it was Dr. Doodle with Rex Harrison and Samantha Edgar, maybe Anthony Newley.
Yeah, they could do more with
yeah
that
Jeffrey
animated.
Holden. Yeah. So I don't know if I mean, now do you need to? Well, who knows? But then, if they could have animated that, I honestly think the movie would have been better.
Now I think it would still be live action, but
Yes.
like the talking animals would be a little bit better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
And then animated, it's almost too easy.
Yeah, but I do think it would have been a better movie, maybe though. That one, it just, for whatever reason, it just, I don't know, it just didn't work. I mean, as a kid, you're excited, you watch the movie, it's fine. But if I remember seeing it like a second time, and I was maybe like, I don't know, 14 or 15, and I was like, oh, I don't know, this movie's not that good of a movie. You know what I mean? It'd have been a long time.
It's likely that it's just not a good movie.
That's probably true. Probably true. But anyway, so what's the
mine,
movie you're thinking?
I think Barefoot in the Park. No. I'm kidding. No. How about you know what would actually be good? Animated. Kill Bill.
Part of it is, but yes.
But you know what I would do? I would, that part that's
You'd have it
animated,
live action.
make that live action.
Oh yeah.
But I think that Kill Bill animated would look amazing. And if they did it in like a Pixar, like if Pixar.
Oh yeah.
If you get like a Pixar style, if you did Kill Bill in the style of like The Incredibles. Oh my God.
I know what you mean with the shading.
That would be if you got some dimension to the animation.
You know that would
look.
What would be the? It would be, I think, our natural reaction. Let's just say that Kill Bill is animated.
Yeah.
You would see that incredible fight scene in the nightclub against the Crazy 88s, and you'd go, man, wouldn't this be great live action?
Right.
You'd just be like, oh.
Yeah, but I mean,
No.
I think it could look.
There was a
if
certain
you
feel
really
to
did
it
some,
that, I know what
some
you're saying.
stylized animation in some, like in the style of, Family Guy.
No, yeah, I mean,
So I think that actually,
there's
you know
a lot
what?
of those
Pulp
movies.
Fiction in the style of Family Guy. That would be amazing. Because Family Guy
I
is
could just
done,
see Stewie dancing.
right? No, but I'm not saying those characters.
No, I know.
But just just in that style, I think it would look really interesting. So yeah, that would be kind of cool. So, what do you guys think? Let us know. So, let's do the bucket.
You know what's interesting is Eric Stoltz already kind of looks animated in that. When you see that character in the thing,
Yeah,
he almost looks like someone drew him.
Yeah.
That doesn't. I'm not making fun of him either. I'm just saying it just kind of looks that way a little bit.
He is very cartoonish.
Yeah. Eating his Fruit Brute cereal.
All right, this will be good. Yeah, I guess that'll be fine.
But it's gonna have to be.
Well, I know, right? Because we try to make it all interesting.
Yeah.
So
I think. We can definitely make it work.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for another episode of Ticket Stubs and Popcorn. Please remember to like and subscribe, and go join the Facebook group and follow us on Instagram. And I guess we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.